The NBA, per Shams, the NBA will implement a new change for the 25-26 season. Unsuccessful end-of-period heaves will now be recorded as a missed field goal attempt for the team, not the player. Sources tell ESPN those long heaves will no longer impact an individual player's percentage. Rich quote tweeted saying, "This is cowardly. We don't want it to count towards your percentage unless you make it. You want the positive without the potential for negative. Professional sports 2025."
I mean, I like it because it drove me nuts that guys wouldn't shoot it. Drove me nuts, right? No, I get your point, Richard. I get your point, right? No balls, no babies, right? You got to be able to throw that thing up.
I'm mad there was a pause before everyone got it.
I knew I had to wait for that to sink in, right?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
You said ball, it took me someplace else. And I was just like, true. Thank you.
But you know how at the end of the game, particularly guys just getting into the league, like when there's a 24-second clock violation and they like toss the ball because they think it's going to them and they're going to get the turnover.
This is my biggest thing about it. You have guys like Jamal Crawford, Peyton Pritchard, J.R. Smith, guys
take it every time.
They'll take it every time. Luka, Jokic, Steph Curry, right? So this is a part of, do you want that opportunity? And now we're saying, oh, no, guys, it's okay. You can shoot it now. And people will reference Jokic and his percentage is like, well, now his percentage is 39.
Yeah, my son was telling me about that, yeah.
What his percentage is.
Yeah. Guys do, though. Players do.
Agreed. But what I'm saying is we're making it easier and softer.
See, so the other side of that is you're talking about guys who already have gotten paid. The Jokic's, and to a certain extent, Jamal Crawford when he was there. The guy who was just like wanting to make the roster and is getting put in at the end of the quarter to close it out at the game or, third quarter, whatever, and isn't it for sure? He knows that there's a GM looking at his three-point shooting percentage.
Eddie House.
The conversation they're having. And
Eddie House used to do it for us. When he was coming in, he was in his contract year, and we knew that Eddie House was not taking those shots.
Way. Yep.
He would dribble. Doc Rivers was pissed the fuck off, but E. House wasn't taking it. He didn't want to mess up his three-point percentage. He would not take it, Richard.
And particularly if you don't shoot a lot. Like if you don't shoot a lot and they're putting you in at the end of the first quarter, right? Close out the quarter. And that happens 3 or 4 times and you only have taken 50 the whole season. That's a huge difference in your percentage.
Oh, okay. All of these things are accurate. And you're right. I think the biggest point, because people want to point to Jokic, is the younger guys trying to make it. And yeah, those are fringe things. I'm not disputing any of that.
Yeah, but who's playing the end of the second quarter, the end of the game, right, or in blowouts? And
okay,
all that.
fair, Mark. I guess I'm looking at it from a more hyper-competitive standpoint. When I see people doing it at the end of the season, when I see people doing it in close games that aren't G League players going into halftime to finish a quarter, you're trying to end the third quarter. You're not having the fringe guys. When we talk about guys not shooting it in the postseason.
No, you're right. No, I used to hate it. I used to get so pissed off, right? I hate it. It does. Those guys now at least will take the shot, and that's better for the fans. That's better for the game. That's better for everything, right? So those guys that don't have aren't going to take that shot, at least now it's they have no excuse.
Okay, so should technical free throws count against your percentage also?
Yeah, because there's nobody guarding. But I got this one for you. Okay, I'm going to create controversy right here and right now with the referee thing. Yep. Watch Anthony Edwards when he takes a free throw shot. Watch when he shoots his free throws. Every single time he steps over the line. Every time. And if you remember back in the day, I used to send in tapes on Shaq. Right?
Anthony Mason. Remember Anthony Mason would.
Yes, yeah, and that guys would step, yeah. And so, we sent in the Shaq and they started calling it and he had to fix his free throws. Anthony Edwards, we had a game against them where they were up like 93-92 with a few seconds left. He goes 2 feet, he steps over the line and then the ball crosses, goes in the basket. I'm like, this is the easiest call for a referee. Just watch to see if he steps over the line, and they refuse to call it. Tell the league, refuse to call it. So I'm going right here. Sorry, Ant, you're great. I love your game. You're a great player, right? But every single time, stay behind the line.